Good morning. My name is Angela Fagg with Messengers of Truth. Today is the 26th of August, 2026. At approximately 7:20 a.m. in the morning. See, my eyes are still swollen. It's because I just woke up about a half hour ago, approximately. Well, I did see that the government is rescheduling marijuana as a Section 3. It's interesting. So what did they do to the weed? Marijuana. What did they do to it? Because back in the day, you weren't getting this high grade shit all the time. It only came around once or twice a year. And now you can't even get no Mexican dirt weed. Just think about it. And you got attorneys that are fighting for it, like John Morgan, which is a massive alcoholic. That guy is. He's not even allowed to drive. I mean, well, I guess since he's rich and he knows how to finagle the law, he's probably allowed to drive now. Interesting, right? But so I didn't watch news yesterday. I caught a little bit in the morning time, and then I said, you know what? I don't want to hear this shit no more. I don't. There's other things in this world that are more important, right? Well, I guess not. We're more important, but they treat us like we're not. Like we're little fucking cogs in the wheel. We're not even meant to have an opinion. And we got augmented humans. You just let this set in. Like, I feel like 5 years ago. Hold on, let me turn this fan off. Oh, it got quieter. Okay. So I feel like, what was it, 5 or 6 years ago? It's like I went to bed and I woke up and all of a sudden I was living in a sci-fi world. I don't do the internet. I didn't do any of that stuff. Like, people kept trying to get me to do the YouTube for my music, because then I could just look up exactly what I wanted to do, what I wanted to listen to. And I'm like, well, that doesn't matter anyways, because I can't even remember the names to half the songs that I like or the artists. So, but it's been that way for me my whole entire life. Unless I really like them, then I'll remember them. But otherwise, if I semi-like them, then I probably won't remember them. But we did. We woke up in a sci-fi world of where they've been doing this shit for so long that none of us even know where to begin at. I mean, a brain interface. We are the battery. Think about that. We're the battery. Why do they need more data centers? They only need them so they can collect your likeliness, your essence, to put you in their new world that they're trying to build. I know it sounds crazy. Bob! I'm going to show you what they're doing, so then you understand why I'm yelling at them. Move my camera over here. Get them through the screen. They're officially attacking my avocado plant now. All my other plants are pretty much gone. There was an extra rose bush there. It's gone. They ripped it up. I finished digging it out. They've been tearing this rose bush apart, which is surprising because it's got big old pokies on it. I'm talking like they're gnarly. And then my gardenia over there, it's gone. It's gone. Get out of the way. Now they're running around the yard with a chunk of the tree. It keeps it lively around here. And no, they're not going to get sick from it. I already looked it up. But it's all like we all went to sleep and then we woke up in this world that I don't want to be in. I don't want none of this, dude. And I wasn't given a choice. Nobody else out there in the whole world wasn't given a choice. And now we're just supposed to suck it up and be okay with all this bullshit. And they want to raise your electricity but they're not charging them extra, which they should. We've allowed private entities to take over our country. Capitalism was not meant to be the way that they're doing it right now. What they're doing is communism. Because the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. They just haven't set all their little lines in motion yet. You know what I'm saying? They haven't. And you got a whole bunch of people that are willing to just keep on going with it instead of talking about it. Instead of putting it out on the whole entire interwebs that they have already started with their augmented humans. Matter of fact, some of them are already augmented and they're telling you all kinds of shit. And then we don't even have, we have no legal standing. They've changed all the rules and they're changing it constantly against all of us. We put these people in office with the hopes that they're going to do something to better our lives, and they never do. All they do is raise our taxes, raise our cost of living, raise, and they don't care because all they do when all this is happening is make more money. So they can all fuck themselves. And that's how everybody should feel. It doesn't matter what team they're on, right? Team, because there is no fucking team. It's all one big group fucking us over. All of them. I don't give a shit who it is or I was only there for a short amount of time. Well, you know what? You have more to say and you ain't fucking saying it. And I don't give a shit about no NDA because this is our fucking lives. You take all those NDAs and shove them up your fucking ass. I don't care. And I can guarantee you there's millions of Americans that don't give a shit about your NDA and why you can't say nothing or oh, it has to be done this way. No, fuck that shit. You know what it needs to be done? Straight out. Hey, they've been fucking us over for a while now. And people like Steve Bannon, he don't give a fuck. It's this whole Q thing and they don't fucking care. They had all these people believe that Trump was the master. Like he could control everything. He's going to get everything fixed and all these people are already in Gitmo and these are just their clones and this and that, which they do have clones. So I'm not saying that they don't have clones. But the fact of the matter is none of that shit's happening. We're being bamboozled. But if it would have been Biden in office and all this is going on, you'd be mentioning his name every single day. Matter of fact, you did. Biden's open border, Biden's forced vaccinations, Biden. That's what we heard for 4 years. That was all Biden's fault. But all of a sudden, this fucking asshole gets into office and, well, it was the administration beforehand. It was the Biden administration. Oh, well, it was Obama or it was Clinton. Is he not allowed to be held accountable for his decisions? Because right now he's the one making them motherfucking decisions, regardless of what anybody wants to say. Oh, he's controlled or he's this. No, listen, bro. We didn't sign up for some kind of sissy or some kind of fucking pussy that wasn't going to do his fucking job. He told us that he was going to get the Epstein list. He told us all this shit. The border's not closed. So what? So they don't have as many coming through that we see? Or are they just kicking camera people away from there, or people not going because they're being told, hey, no, it's all closed down here. Right? It's all lies. All of it's lies. As we have to pay more gas and more for our groceries and more for our electricity, more for our cost of living, more for this and more for that. And we're supposed to just be okay with it, right? We're supposed to be like, oh, this is wonderful. This is fantastic. I'm so happy that this has happened, right? This is great. I'm glad that, I got to this age and it's all like this. I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic that, I don't get to yell at little kids to get the hell off my lawn because there's none outside. When I was younger, I was like, one day I'm going to yell at little kids too. Because they used to yell at us, get off my lawn, God, you shouldn't be hanging out here. It's like, whoa, chill out. But we don't get to do that. We don't get to nothing because kids are stuck in the house on their video games. And then just think about that. Or they're just stuck in the house on their phone, looking through social media. So the girls can be meaner to each other. And oh, if you don't look this certain way, if you ain't got big titties and a nice ass, you're just a horrible fucking woman. Bob is digging a big hole. And he just threw all the dirt on Rip. You see him? I mean, I'll cover it in later, but still. You know, these people are controlling everything. Everything. It doesn't matter. They even can control most of the alternative news, too. Because people aren't noticing that they're also doing the Mockingbird shit. I'm not saying they're using the exact words or anything, but they're damn near close, because everything, if you can only talk about it if it goes viral, right? It has to go viral or it's not important. I thought like I was out of middle school a long time ago. I would have said high school, but I didn't make it there. So I got my good enough though. You know, good enough diploma, GED. Sometimes I feel like I'm shocked, and other times I feel like I'm kind of pissed off about it. Kind of real pissed off about it. What gives these people the right to tell us what to do anymore? What gives them the right for anything? Because I'll tell you this, I'd close it all down. That's what a real leader would have done. A real leader would have shut it down, would have shut the EPA down, would have shut the CDC down, the NIH, the FBI. I'll shut them all down. They're too big anyways. There's too many people. We spend out too much money to pay for people. They can find a different job. Work with your fucking hands. I'm being serious. What's the EPA do for us? Because when something does happen, you know what they say? Oh, we don't have any standing legally. We just can give advice on what to do. I just let that set in. Like, what? Because some company down here over in Fort Myers had all these toxic chemicals coming out of it, and it was making their neighbors sick. So they contacted the EPA and the news, and the news told them there was nothing that they can do. All they can do is file a complaint. So they're still poisoning those people. News never went back to find out if any of it was shut down or anything. So DCF, what do? You got everybody cheering on right now, some lady that choked her fucking kids, so we might as well shut DCF down too, because it doesn't matter. You can abuse your kids now. It's great. You know? All these women are like, yeah, you can just choke your kid to death. So that means that you can just start beating them to death too, right? Because it should be acceptable. It's acceptable to beat children. It's acceptable. Or only can you choke them to death. So it's not acceptable to beat them, right? But it's acceptable to kill them. You see, this makes no sense. And even you bitches out there, you make no sense. You're fucking stupid. And it's going to be your fault with what they're going to do. You understand that, right? All you stupid bitches out there, it's going to be your fucking fault when they take all the rights away from women. Because of you. Because you decided that it was okay to fucking kill your children. You decided it was okay to act like a fucking asshole on the streets all the fucking time. So the rest of us are going to be punished for it, right? I don't think so. And if I had bond money, I would have loved to go down there and smack a whole bunch of them hoes. Especially them older bitches. And you're like, well, you should respect your elders, Angela. You know what? They ain't fucking respecting me, are they? Are they? Are your elders respecting you? Because it's our elders right now that are in office that are spraying us with chemicals. Because remember, it's the president that's in the office at that time that we blame for these things. Because you can't do it to all the other presidents and then just skip out on Trump. Oh, well, he's controlled. Oh, well, it's this. Oh, well, it's that motherfucker right there. Let me tell you, let me tell you something. Trump ain't sleeping. Just like Saul. He ain't sleeping. He ain't sleeping. He can't sleep. And then when he does sleep, the nightmares are so fucking bad that it wakes him up, and he thinks, you know, because everybody's telling him he's the Messiah, he thinks that that's what it is. And then they tell him, oh, well, people with your amount of anointing, Trump, they have such a hard time sleeping, and they have a hard time with this and this and this, and it's okay. You're just going to have to work through it. They're demons, and they're fucking lying to you. They're augmented humans, right? Is that what we're going to call them? Or are we just going to start saying what it really is? Because I know that people don't want to admit that, you know, demons and angels and witches and warlocks are real. They don't want to admit that. They just want to tell you all this other shit because it's science. Because God didn't make any of that, right? He didn't make your atoms. He didn't make your cells. He didn't make your liver. He didn't make your lungs or your heart. He didn't do that, right? He didn't do that with Adam. And then pull some ribs from him and make Eve. Because men are still born with two less, I believe it's two, not one, two less ribs than women are. You guys want to see something? Let's show you. Let's see. I'll zoom in for you so you can see him real good. He's stalking me. It's a porch lizard. You see him? And that's his woman over there. But you noticed that, right? Sun finally came out. Because he's anointed. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. There's a video I did with, has the thumbnail has got Elon Musk and Trump on it. And in that video, it shows where I was awakened at like 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. And I was still pissed off about it. See, back then is when I first started waking up. I think it was then. I don't know. It's been years now, okay? So it's hard to judge it. I've been waking up extremely early in the morning now for years. And it was one of those mornings that I didn't go to sleep but till late. And I was exhausted and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I was up and I was drinking coffee. And I'm like, this shit sucks because I just wanted to sleep. And Jimmy goes to go to work and he comes back inside and he's like, something's coming out of the sky or something. You have to come and see this. Or so I go out front with him and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I run through the house and I grab my phone. Well, first I ran out of the house and then I ran back in the house to grab my phone. And I tried to record it on several different things. And I went live on Facebook because I knew how to do that. And I watched this orb come out of the sky into SpaceX. You understand? Because I can tell where they're at. They were at SpaceX. So something came here. Did I witness the devil being thrown out of the heavens? What did I witness? What did I see? Why hasn't Elon Musk said anything about it? Why is it I'm not the only person who got these videos? There's people all over Orlando, all over Central Florida that got videos too of all this shit. And then all of a sudden, spaceships start going sideways across instead of going up like they used to. I got videos of that too. You just have to go back and look at them. So what arrived here? And what did they put inside of Trump? Because they put something inside of him. That's not God, bro. I'm going to tell you this right now. That's not God. It's not God. They're causing the earthquakes. They're causing everything that's going on. They are causing it because they think that they can bring about prophecy. And if they do it, then, you know, that's what they want to bring Jesus back to put him in jail. Anyways, yeah, you don't think so, but that's exactly what it is. So they're pushing it. So they decided to make the waters sour. You understand what I'm saying? They poison in the water, all of the water. That's in Book of Revelations. They are deciding to kill the fish and all the animals and everything. They are doing this. God is not doing it. Because if God was doing it, it would all happen in a day. We wouldn't see any more birds in the sky anymore. They are doing this. They are poisoning everything. They're poisoning your children at school, but you keep sending them to school. Here in Florida, schools are being shut down. You know why? Because people are pulling their kids out of school because they've had enough of it. They've had enough. So now the government won't give them won't give the government in Florida, the federal government won't give the government in Florida the proper amount of money to run all these schools, so they have to start shutting them down. And then you got these motherfuckers out there, they're like, oh, well, they have to shut these programs down because the government funding is lacking this year or is not enough. And it's like, bro, why don't you tell them why? People are pulling their kids out of school because you're teaching them things that they shouldn't even know at their fucking age. And that's the truth. And it's happening all over Florida. Lots of schools are being shut down. Extracurricular activities are being cut from the schools because the schools no longer have the funding for it, because when you take your kid out of school, they don't get the funding that your kid from the government that would have been given for your kid to be in that school, which is good. Because you know what? We shouldn't be paying for this shit any fucking more. We shouldn't be paying for some fucking rainbowed haired or whatever unrespectable person to be in a respectable thing that we're supposed to teach people how to be. And you're teaching them how to be fucking idiots. You know, up in Massachusetts, they're just graduating kids that can't even fucking read. Think about that. And how many other places are like that? And I just heard, how was it last night? Buc-ee's is pulling all of his stores out of Democrat-run areas because he's sick of getting robbed. Because they don't want people to get in trouble for being fucking assholes. So when they tell you, well, you shouldn't talk about Trump, you shouldn't talk about this, and so for the last how many years, it's always the person that's in office that you talk about, right? Well, guess what? He's fucking us, and he's bringing in diseased meat. I don't care what you say because they don't check all of it. But they won't help the farmers that are already here. We always have to outsource, right? They want to outsource everything in America because we're consumers. We're not growers. We're not makers. We're not creators. We're not none of that. We're just consumers. That's how the fucking world sees all of us. They see us all as just consumers. Especially when they come here and they see our grocery stores and they see how we live and shit. We got everything compared to other countries. But is that even proper way for us to be living? Is it? Is it really proper for titties and ass to be out all over the place all the time? Is it? Is that respectable? No, it's not. It's not respectable. It's not respectable for fat chicks either to be out on the street. It doesn't matter if you're fat or skinny. You need to cover your shit up. All right? You're giving all your cookies away and ain't even anybody come to buy shit yet. You're giving all your cookies away and you're wondering why you're still sitting on the shelf and you ain't fucking married. But it's okay. It's socially acceptable because it's on TV. Those bitches act like that, so I'm going to act like that too. No, be yourself. And learn that you don't have to show titty and ass to be somebody. It's ridiculous. You notice it's only the commentators that want to tell you what you want to hear that get large audiences. You know that, right? Is what it is, though. They're just going to keep on keeping on and all with their bullshit and We're all just going to fucking swallow it up and not even say nothing, because every single person in America should be making videos right now. You see something, you should record it. You anything. You know, I've been at this to try to warn people to get non-perishable items, and to also tell them the world never ends. Oh, and also to tell you that I'm sorry to inform you, but you ain't going to be sucked up out of here before the shit hits the fan. No, you're not. Why should you be? What did you do? What'd you do for God to suck you out of here? Had to be something pretty fantastic, because he ain't going to do it. I can't remember what they call it right now. Ain't going to do it. And I'm telling you this. You better start getting fucking right. You better start getting right. And there's some things you're going to have to leave behind. But you better start it. And you better start soon, because there is no turning back now. There is no turning back. There's no stopping anything that's going to happen. You had years for that. But you decided that you would just keep on with Trump. Right? I wasn't even going to vote for him. I was going to vote for RFK or DeSantis, depending on where I was at that given moment. But I was stuck with voting for him, because why would I want to vote for a lady who says shit like this? All I have to do is charge you with it. I can drop the charges later. But the little signing of my pen is the control that I have to get anybody in trouble that I want to. All it takes is for it to go into the news. And then you're cursed forever. But yet, none of these assholes in all these years were even going to touch Jeffrey Epstein. We can blame Trump because he said it so many times. But what about Biden? What about Obama? What about Clinton's? What about Bush? What about all them? It's because they're all perverts. But here we are, Wednesday, still alive, still kicking it, still asking questions on why the fuck is this happening? Why do these men that make these decisions for all of us think that they're just going to get away with everything? Because you're fucking not. I'm going to tell you this right now, you're not. Because what's coming, you can't stop it. I don't care about your dome or your missiles or your anything else, because what's coming can land those planes and they won't fucking fly, because that's the power that they have. I'm irritated. I'm irritated with the fact that all these world leaders, all these people just are just screwing all of us over all the time. They lie us right in our face and say, oh, everything's going to be okay, when it's not. They know that the shipping lanes are being shut down. You see, they in these warehouses, they collect up their items for the year before, because they know how the shipping goes. They know that it takes weeks for things to go across that way. Okay? So they plan ahead of time. And pretty soon, all that extra stuff that's been put up is going to be gone. It's going to be gone. And what are you going to do then? You're going to be able to buy the seeds? No, you're not going to be able to buy any seeds that you'll be able to take a tomato and use those seeds out of it to grow another plant, because there will not be any non-GMO seeds. Everything will be genetically modified, so you have to keep paying for shit to them, because that's all they want is money. Money that isn't worth shit anyways. Excuse me. What do I mean by that? It's not worth shit because you can't take it onto the other realms. You can't take it to heaven. And I know you think you're stacking things up in your storehouse in heaven and that you're going to get all this shit when you get there. But think about the things that you've done to people. Think about it. Think about watching people in their house. You want to call it just a job? It's called stalking. These are all just jobs. Well, when you keep looking at things that it's just a job and they're just going to do it anyways, then nobody's going to actually stand with any moral groundings and know that it's fucking wrong to be watching people in their house. It's wrong to control people this way. It's wrong. You think our forefathers wanted it this way? No, they didn't. You say, well, this was supposed to be religious freedom here. Really? Are you that stupid? Do you not realize that Muslims were not allowed to travel anywhere in the world after what they did when they took over Spain and all these other fucking countries? You don't see it that way. They weren't allowed to come here. And the only Chinese that were brought here were the ones that were slaves to the Chinese people. You know. You don't get it yet? That all those people in China are fucking slaves. They're not allowed to have they're not allowed to do anything that the government tells them is unacceptable. They're already on a social credit score. And then they got kids here convinced that we should be more like China for the technology. This technology hasn't gotten anybody anything but fucking sorrow and pain. And it's taught humans not to communicate even more. But a lot of people don't see it that way. You just see it in, oh, well, this is doing so much better. What? Tell me what it has done that is so much better. Explain to me why children and parents are no longer talking to each other. Explain to me why these teenage kids are going around acting the way that they fucking are, like everybody's in Grand Theft Auto. Explain to me. It's because parents don't give a shit, and you're like, oh, all these parents give a shit. Yeah, really? Really? They give a shit? So they gave a shit enough to go pay attention to them in school instead of letting the government fucking raise them, right? They gave a shit enough for that? Because you can clearly see out in public areas that nobody gave a fucking shit. You didn't want to take the time to spend with your child, to teach them to talk, to teach them to communicate. You wanted to stick them in front of a phone or a laptop or a little iPad. You didn't want to teach them. You just wanted them to learn from everybody else can teach them. Bigger government, right? And all these assholes standing out there for no kings. But then they say, well, we want bigger government. Well, you're getting your bigger government, bitch. You're getting it all right. They're giving it right the fuck to you. And half the people out there are like, oh, this is fantastic. War is great. It's not just war, it's everything, dude. It's your likeliness, your essence is being stolen from you constantly. They know how much you shit. Like, in the article I read about the new COVID-19, right? It says, oh, well, they're detecting it through everybody's shit, through the sewage place. So you're telling me that you, without my consent, are testing my shit. Isn't there some kind of HIPAA law for that shit right there? Oh. Laws don't matter anymore for them, only for us. You dirty fucking American. So I had a bill collector calling me yesterday. And I just don't give a fuck anymore. I'm fucking over it, dude. He's from India. I asked him where are you from? I don't even give him a real hard time. I said, so where are you calling me from? He's like, well, ma'am, this isn't about me. Oh, no, buddy. You called me. This is personal. So I'm going to start asking you some questions too. So, what country are you calling me from? Well, I'm in Arizona. Are you sure about that? Are you a Hindu? You a Hindu? Did you come here to America to try to change it into the commie place that you left? Why'd you leave your home to come here? Are you going to try to change it here too? Why don't you just pack your bags and fucking go back? Are you a Muslim or are you a Hindu? What, you know, why are you here? You couldn't make it over in your country? You had to come here? You had to come here for what? Or are you working here to send all your money back to your homeland, right? Now, why don't you pack your bags and get the fuck out of my country? And he kept on, and then he was saying some shit, and then I started getting rude. Like, I think he was trying to make me mad, but I wasn't getting mad. Matter of fact, I was laughing at him. And he said something about my daughter's getting fucked or some shit like that. And I said, well, that's pretty nice, being that I don't have any. So I guess this make-believe person that you're talking about. So you must be one of them pedophiles that come from those other countries, right? So you hang out with Epstein too? I said a whole bunch of stuff. I can't even remember everything I said, but Jimmy was sitting there dying laughing, and I just got, then I hung up on him, and he called me right back. I'm like, all right, bro. So then I said some more stuff, and I said, you like me, don't you? That's why you keep calling me. You keep calling me because you want to have a conversation with me. Well, guess what? I don't fucking want you in my country. I don't. I'm fucking over it, dude. I'm over it. I'm over people coming here and trying to tell me what the fuck to do. I'm over going places, and you've been in this country for how long and you can't speak fucking English? This is an English-speaking country. This isn't Spaniard. This is English. We're not from any Arab countries. This is English. We're not speaking your Arab or your Hebrew or your Yiddish or your fucking Russian or your anything. This is fucking America. We speak English. American English. People need to start being like this because it's time to stop allowing these fucks to push us around in our own fucking country. And every time you see the news out, you need to tell them something too. I might be purposely going out just to find them so I can tell them to fuck off. It's irritating. It's irritating the fact that we have to be we're in our country, our homeland. This is where we were born at. Nobody here that was born in America knows anything about 250 years ago. The common person don't give a fuck about that. What they give a fuck is about their living right now. Can they pay their bills? Are they going to be able to afford gas to get back and forth to work? Are they going to have power? Are they going to be able to feed themselves? You always talk about, oh, well, it's because, these women probably didn't have a man in the house with them. Let me tell you fucking something. Let me give you a little fucking push right here. My mother was a single mother. She acted like my mother and my father and my attorney. She was so far stuck up our ass, all of us. But we were still bad. But she tried everything she fucking could. Everything she could. She didn't go out and party and drink it up all the fucking time. How about you start looking at the men? Why aren't they being held accountable for their responsibilities that they don't fucking do? Your job's more important than hanging out with your child? Huh? You sitting on your phone, is that more important than hanging out with your child? But it's all the women's fault, right? It's always the women's fault. When who's been running this motherfucker? Who's been controlling shit in the world? It's been men. It's been men controlling shit. And look where the fuck we are. You want to say, oh, some of these assholes out here, they're like, oh, well, it's because we allowed women to vote. Motherfucker, men have been fucking this place up for a long time. Women are the ones that get pushed around. Yeah, some men get pushed around too. I get it. I see it. Let your fucking balls drop for once. But it's men that have been controlling everything. So this whole that women need to get their voting rights take away and they need this and they need that and they need to be controlled by the man. No, they don't. Maybe you should actually start listening to the smart fucking ones. The ones that actually give a shit about their people around them. Instead of these assholes that just want to yell and scream and show their fat titties everywhere and fucking be okay with cutting fucking a penis off. What the fuck, dude? Or taking your fucking ovaries out and cutting your fucking tits off. You're deranged up here, bro. That shit ain't fucking right. When you choke a child, you fucking mentally unstable and you should be locked up for the rest of your life. A matter of fact, hey, how about this? Eye for an eye, right? She needs to be hung. No injections, no nothing, hung. But just enough to where her fucking feet hit the ground so she can try to save herself, so she knows what those children went through. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine you're a little fucking baby and your mother is fucking choking the life out of you. What was those children thinking at that time? Oh, they don't matter. They're just a clump of cells, right? Just a clump of fucking cells. It's disgusting. I'm out. Try to remember that you are loved, okay? The people out there with sane fucking mind, that's not just willy-nilly following behind people because they said, oh, we got to follow this, we got to do this. Start making your mind up for your fucking self. It's time for us to come the fuck together to get this shit to fucking stop. And a lot of people aren't going to want to because you just think that it's going to be okay with the voting system, right? It's going to be the fuck okay. We're going to vote our way out of this. No, the fuck we're not. It's already gone too far. They control everything in this country. Everything. Let that soak in for a minute. Try to have a good day today. If we have a good sunset tonight, we had kind of a decent one last night, and I just didn't come out to make a video because normally I do that because I like to share in the beauty of God. Not some make-believe motherfucker. You know, a few weeks ago, probably a month or two now, I got excited, and I was, but I'm going to tell you this, it's going to be a long time, a long, long time, and it's not the people you think. And there is more hidden societies that are right in our fucking face. I see you. Just remember that. I do. I see you. You may be able to fool some other people, but I see you.